Hey guys, Daniel here, and welcome back to another video. Here today I'm going to be going through what is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to play the cryptocurrency market. And it's not by purchasing Ethereum or Bitcoin straight up, it's by investing in a cryptocurrency trading platform, Voyager. Before we get started here, if you are new here, first of all, welcome to the community. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more videos just like this one. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to drop those in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So in this video, I'm going to go through what Voyager is, their business model, their revenue growth, my expectations over the next years, management's expectations over the next 5 years, and I'm also going to compare it to Coinbase, a very similar platform that also trades cryptocurrencies and is expected to IPO sometime this year at a market cap of $30 billion. Voyager, ticker symbol VYGVF, or if you're in the Canadian markets, ticker symbol VYGR.CN, is a cryptocurrency trading platform that offers commission-free trading. They have an easy-to-use mobile and desktop app. The desktop app is coming. It will be coming out sometime within the next year. It's in beta testing currently and should be released very, very soon. They also offer interest on the coins that you hold. So let's say you hold 1 Bitcoin. You earn 5% interest, give or take a couple percentage points every single year, which is much better than the current interest rate of less than 1%. So you can see the advantages of having interest in an account. This is something that Coinbase doesn't have, and it's one of the things that differentiates Voyager from other platforms like Robinhood, Coinbase, etc. Voyager offers over 50 crypto assets and stablecoins. It's a lot of coins, and the fact that over 20 of them provide interest is also one of those great differentiating factors, and it's one of those things that will really be the determining factor in whether or not people go to Coinbase or Voyager or possibly BlockFi. They also have faster execution and deeper liquidity due to being connected to over 8 crypto exchanges. So even if one shuts down for whatever reason, they're able to quickly switch to another one and continue trading, no matter if an exchange or even 2 exchanges go down at once. So in terms of the future opportunity for Voyager, in my opinion, they got a really bright future coming for them. Right now, they just have the platform, the app. They're available solely in the United States, all states except New York, which should be coming online sometime in the next year or two. And really, that opportunity for Voyager is international, expanding into Europe, into Canada, into New York, and further building out their platform. Business-to-business partnerships, their desktop app in beta testing currently. They're working on a debit card, so you can spend the money that you have in your account, spend your Bitcoin, or spend your USDC, which is a token that tracks the US dollar, that you can hold in Voyager that earns you interest. You can spend that with a debit card at normal stores. They're working on a credit card with Visa, also a great opportunity there. And margin. Margin's a big thing with a lot of brokerages where you can leverage yourself, take 10 to 20, 30% debt on top, or rather against the assets that you have, and really allows you to have more liquidity by leveraging your initial positions. New asset listings. Voyager continues to introduce new assets. I think a couple days ago they introduced another coin, and in my opinion, they're just going to continue adding new coins as they continue to build out their app, their program, and as new digital assets come out. Working on new traditional banking products, and this is one of the bigger things here, equities. I just want to touch on this. The CEO has stated that they really want to get into the equity market, which means trading stocks, being able to buy stocks like Tesla, Apple, Amazon on the Voyager app. And not just that, but the CEO wants to make it that you can convert your Bitcoin straight into one Apple stock. You don't have to convert it into cash and then buy the Apple stock with that cash, but rather buy the equity straight with the crypto that you hold without having to go through that extra step of converting it into cash. International opportunity. As I mentioned previously, the opportunity isn't just limited to the United States, but Europe, Canada, possibly South America. Really, there is no limit with where Voyager can go with this platform. They got an incredible platform, a very strong user base, and they're going to be able to grow into these new countries very easily. mergers and acquisitions. I believe they acquired a company a couple years ago just to continue to improve their platform, provide new features, etc., and a self-custody wallet. So, overall, just a great future here for Voyager. They're just going to continue to expand their platform. I really like what they're doing. I think their platform is one of the best in the market. And as they continue to grow, they're really going to keep growing that trust. The bigger a platform is, the more trust it has with individuals. So, right now I believe they have around $500 million in assets under management, which is the amount of money people have deposited into Voyager and is under their control right now. So, as that number continues to grow, as the amount of users continue to grow, people are just going to continue to trust Voyager more and more. And that's one of the big things because, word of mouth, right? People get together. Someone talks about their Voyager platform. This is zero commission trading, 50 plus digital assets. You earn interest on those assets. It's, and then eventually they'll be able to do equity. It's a very interesting opportunity here with Voyager. So in terms of assets under management, it's currently over $500 million. I'm going to go through this real quick. Back in December of 2019, assets under management was $5 million. At the end of Q3 of 2020, assets under management was around $200 million. At the end of December of 2020, assets under management was $250 million. At the beginning of January, assets under management were $350 million. Today, assets under management are now over $500 million. We are experiencing exponential growth, and management expects assets under management to 3 to 4x over the span of 2021, which is just absolutely incredible. Voyager offers over 50 plus digital assets as of today, 20 of which are interest-bearing assets. They're currently US regulated and operating. They have filed with the Ontario Securities of Commission for expansion into Canada, which should happen within the next couple of years here. And expansion into Europe will happen as well. And I mean, the more countries they can get into, the better. Just more opportunities with people making accounts. Again, they're doing everything right. Europe, giant opportunity. US, giant opportunity. Canada, giant opportunity. They're going after the biggest markets, and I really, really like to see that in a management team. So in terms of the TAM for Voyager, currently the crypto market is around $1 trillion. This is 1/9 of what the gold market is. And there are a lot of people that believe that the crypto market will become just as big as the gold market or even larger over the next decade, right? And then in terms of global investable assets, which is, stocks, that leads to $120 trillion in global investable assets. And that's really one of those opportunities that Voyager wants to hit over the coming years here, expanding their platform to allow equity trading. So not only do you have a top of the class crypto trading platform, but you also have a platform that allows you to trade stocks, and you can spend that money wherever you want as well. It's not like the money held within those accounts it has to be transferred in or transferred out. You have a debit card connected to that account, and you can spend that money whenever you want, which really reminds me of Cash App. But keep in mind, Cash App, it doesn't let you collect interest on the Bitcoin that you hold. And, obviously Voyager has 50 plus digital assets, which is a very intriguing proposal here. So in terms of how Voyager makes money, it really comes from two income streams: interest and the spread that they collect from transactions. Whenever you buy a stock or a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or any other crypto asset, there's a spread. There's a bid price, an ask price, and a little bit in the middle that the exchange takes as like a small fee for essentially transacting that asset. And that's how Voyager currently makes the majority of their money. Someone buys a Bitcoin, there's a little bit of a spread there, and Voyager takes a bit from that. They also take a little bit of money from the interest. When you buy something or you buy an asset from Voyager, they lend that money to a bank, or they lend that coin to a bank, and you collect interest on that while maintaining the rights to that Bitcoin. And you can sell the Bitcoin whenever you want. It's not like you're locked in for 3 years or 5 years. You can sell in and out whenever you want. It's just that you're collecting interest on top of holding that Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDC, or I believe Voyager also has their own coin as well. So that's kind of how they make money. The CEO has said that to determine the amount of revenue they're going to do, you pretty much take 10% of their assets under management. So currently that's at 500 million, and that's why management expects around $5 million in revenue in January alone. So in terms of the stock price here today, currently trading at around $6 per share at a market cap of $700 million. See, given the growth that we have ahead, I think this is a steal anytime it's under $1 billion. And in terms of what I'm doing, I've got a position in this. It's not too large, but you got to make sure not to put too much into it as it is a little bit speculative. Now, again, it's trading at $6.22 at a market cap of $700 million. It has gone up a lot over the past few months here, but you also have to remember that a lot of good things have happened with the business. Assets under management have 100x'd since last year, and revenue's now at $5 million per month, which is just incredible. So in terms of 2021 projections, as I mentioned previously, the company expects to do $5 million in revenue this month in January. That equates to a $60 million revenue run rate as of today, $60 million yearly revenue run rate. So at what they're doing today, they're pretty much doing $60 million in revenue. Management said that by the end of this year, they expect that run rate to triple to quadruple. So assuming we go on a bit of a conservative basis here, that's $180 million in revenue by the end of 2021. And if we look back here at a valuation of $700 million, this is pretty cheap compared to, or taking in the fact that the revenue that they have is very profitable. I attended a conference with the CEO today and asked about gross margins, and he said that gross margin is around 80%, which is extremely high. This trades like that margin is comparable to margins of a tech company. So, trading at a 10 or 20 price to sales isn't that hard to believe, or isn't that hard to, it could very well happen because of that profitability. So given the fact that $180 million in revenue by the end of 2021, I think the stock is very cheap and could be trading well over $1 billion by the end of this year, or well over $1 billion market cap by the end of this year. In terms of what management expects long term, they expect to, by 2025, have $20 billion in assets under management. You can kind of see how they did the math here. If their funded accounts go up 90% per year, from 40,000 to 1 million, and their average account size go up from $4,500 to $20,000, then the assets under management will go to $20 billion. In my opinion, this could very well happen, just along with the fact that international expansion will happen. They're going to start bringing in equity trading into their platform, and this is really interesting here. This is where we can do some of the math and really determine how undervalued this company is based on what they want to be doing in the future here. So if 10% of assets under management is equal to revenue, then at $20 billion, that's $2 billion in revenue. So $2 billion of annualized revenue by 2025. And this company is trading at a valuation of $700 million. It's very, very intriguing, especially considering the fact that $2 billion in revenue will be very, very profitable as well. So let's compare this to Coinbase. Coinbase is expected to do around $1.6 billion in revenue in 2020. So they're expected to IPO at a valuation of around $30 billion, which is a price to sales of 18.75. I like to be really conservative with my investments, which is what I'm going to do with Voyager here. So assuming they only hit $20 billion in assets under management, which in my opinion would be a bit of a disappointment. I think they could hit $20 billion in assets under management before 2025. That's how confident I am with their platform, just based on how they're growing now and how I expect them to grow into the future. I think 20 billion could be conservative, but with my estimates here, I always like to be conservative. If we can make money that way, we're now in the right stock. We know we're in the right stock. So if they have $10 billion in assets under management, that's $1 billion in revenue 5 years from now, which at a price to sales of 10, which is almost half of the valuation of Coinbase, would leave it at a $10 billion valuation, which, according to my math here down below, is a 1,345% gain over the next 4 years, which is just incredible. And given that this is conservative, given that I've taken the price to sales of Coinbase, cut that in half, and also cut management's expectations in half for what they're expected to do over the next 5 years, this seems like a very interesting opportunity here. So with my estimate, it comes to around $88 per share 5 years from now. And I mean, this is a stock trading at $6 here today. You know, I built my position down at around $4 per share. Actually, no, around $5 per share. And I bought some more today just because of how confident I am with this business. It was on a bit of a dip today. In my opinion, anything under $1 billion is a steal, but again, this is a company that got to watch out. You can't really make this that big of a position. If I had to kind of put it on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least risky, like Amazon, Apple, Google, and 10 being the most risky, like some SPACs, like, I don't know, Gevo or QuantumScape or Hyliion or Nikola, I'd put this around a 7. Given the fact that they have a business model that obviously works, people like it, they got a great management team behind them, and they're really attacking a market that is expected to grow at a huge clip over the next few years. I think that Voyager has an excellent opportunity here to scoop up a lot of market share from Coinbase. So, you know, with this target of $88 per share in 2025, if they manage to hit that $20 billion in assets under management by 2025, this could be trading well over $160 per share. And at that point, if they're trading at a higher valuation than I'm considering it, this could be a $200 stock. Now, I know this seems hard to believe. You know, it's a $6 stock. I'm saying it's going to go to $88. It seems pretty unrealistic, but you really got to put trust into this management team. They've got a great product. The crypto market is absolutely exploding. They have a great track record of continuing to grow this business, now at $500 million in assets under management, 100x what it was previously. If they expand into different countries, if they expand into equity trading, I think this could very well be a conservative number. I'm very confident having Voyager as my crypto play. And again, it's only going to make up a couple percent of my portfolio, but if this thing succeeds, this could be a very, very interesting stock to watch over the next few years. And in my opinion, it's one of the best platforms. So this is how I'm playing the crypto market, guys. Let me know if you guys are playing it any different way, if you're just buying Bitcoin or just buying Ethereum straight up. Let me know in the comment section down below. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.